Hello, it's Wednesday, February the 3rd, 2011, and I'm Martin Smith with a daily outlook from MaxiForex. The dollar moved a little higher against most other major currencies after a report showing US private sector employers added more jobs than expected in January, 187,000 versus 150,000 forecast. Also, the turmoil in the Middle East is causing investors to favor the greenback as a refuge. Nasdaq and Dow Jones remained almost unchanged at minus 0.06% and 0.02%. Crude strengthened by 0.1% to close at $90.86 a barrel, and gold weakened by 0.6% to close at $1,332.10 an ounce. Today, unemployment claims are expected to decrease from 454,000 to 425,000. Fed Chairman Bernanke will speak, and prelim non-farm productivity is expected at 2.20% versus 2.30% prior. The euro weakened against the dollar for the first time in 3 days after Ireland's credit rating was cut by Standard & Poor's, reviving concern that Europe's sovereign debt crisis may worsen. The euro-dollar is facing very serious levels between 138 and 138.70. However, as long as the rate stays between these levels, the euro's momentum will remain on hold. Overall, the euro-dollar traded with a low of 137.67 and a high of 138.61. Today, the interest rate decision is expected to remain at 1%. The pound extended its third day of gains versus the dollar as the January PMI report came out better than expectations, 53.7 versus 49.8 forecast. The pound dollar has been trading very positively in the past 3 days. Next resistance on the daily chart is at 162.80. As long as the rate stays above 160.50, the pound is more attractive and a long position is preferred. Overall, the pound dollar traded with a low of 161.28 and a high of 162.30. Today's services PMI is expected to rise from 49.70 to 51.10. The yen fell against the dollar after the release of the US non-farm employment report made the dollar more favorable than other currencies. The momentum of the dollar-yen has been bearish in the past week. Should the pair break below 81, the pair will probably continue to decrease. Overall, the dollar-yen traded with a low of 81.33 and a high of 81.86. No major economic data is expected today. Finally, the CAD. The Canadian dollar continued to gain versus the dollar, reaching its strongest level in 2 weeks as oil traded at almost a 2-year high. As long as the dollar CAD is trading below 100 and below the 10-day moving average on the daily chart, the CAD is the more attractive. Next support on the 1-hour chart is at 0.9930. Overall, the dollar CAD traded with a low of 0.9860 and a high of 0.9916. No economic data is expected today. That's it from me. Be sure to visit us at MaxiForex.ru.